Hello all, it's Shifty here, and welcome back to another stream. Today we are reviewing builds. I try to do this about once a week. I go through a bunch of people's builds that they've submitted on my Discord, and I look through them, give a little constructive feedback, and just check them out kind of for my own inspiration and to share them with all of you. So that's what we're doing today, and we are going to start off with a build by Kitsy. This is the Shifter class medium freighter, and it is a unique one. Yeah, we're starting off with this one. I figured why not, it was the most recent thing submitted, so we'll go from the bottom up this time. Let's see, let's look at the, review my build. Yeah, it was the most recent one submitted. I'm not crazy. Alright, let's check this out. I haven't looked at this yet. I've just seen 1 trillion pictures of it, but I haven't actually walked around it, so we'll see what it's all about. It's interesting. I approve of it. There's some effort put into this, okay? There's blinking lights. It's got colors, and honestly, the colors aren't bad on this one, for sure. So, chat delayed on the stream. I think chat is delayed. I think the whole stream is delayed like 10-15 seconds. In case somebody says something really obnoxious, then I can just cut the stream and you don't all have to see it. Is it normally not delayed? I guess that's the question, because it should be. Can't believe the one time I do this, they're busy. That's too bad. But you can always submit stuff and you can always see it later. I do upload all the VODs to my secondary channel. It's kind of nice being around though, I understand that. Is the only way into this through the hangars? That is my question. I've flown around it a few times now and I don't see a normal airlock. I would like a normal airlock. I might just be missing something though. You don't see it at all. Let me check and make sure it's showing up. That's why my stream is kind of late going up today. It's because Streamlabs was being really strange, to say the least. It was not updating my stuff, so it could just be that it's tweaking out right now. You should see the chat. It is enabled. It is set to visible. I'll just change scenes real quick and maybe we can get it to start showing up. Let me know if it's still not showing up. Perhaps my source is messed up for that. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think Streamlabs is just having trouble. So you might not see your chat, but I am seeing your chat, so don't worry about that. I use a different program to overlay Twitch chat on my game so that I can see it and read it. Can you see in the top left corner where I have the text displayed that shows what the ship is and who it was built by? So that's the next question. I just looked at Streamlabs and it's definitely janked up. Okay. Well, at least you can see that. Unfortunately, the chat is just not coming through right now. Oh, here we go. And there's a little camera. And it's a manual airlock, but it's functional. I approve of that. And we've got a little speed thing up front here. Pretty cool. There's a bathroom right away. Suppose you might want that right as you walk in. Flip my lights off to see what it feels like inside. There are some lights inside. A little bedroom. I don't know how you get to those lockers up there without extendo arms, but got a kitchen. A very simple kitchen, but I don't know if this person has all the DLC, so I'm not gonna berate them for not using certain blocks because not everyone has all the blocks, and that's all right. It's your money. Spend it where you want to spend it. Cool, we got survival kits right here. That's nice. And we have an airlock going into the first hangar here. And I love this. I approve of this. This is amazing. They have a way around the hangar so you don't have to go through the hangar. Always do like it. Always like to see it. And I take points off when I don't see it. So, very cool. A little vending machine here. Use the airlocks. They're here, we might as well use them. Pretty big hangar. Kind of a weird shape, honestly. And there's another respawn point down there. There's a lot of respawn points in here. It's not a bad thing. Just interesting where that one is. I don't know how useful. Oh, it's right here. Okay, that's useful. It's in the hangar. I like it that there's a little access point down there, and then hey, there's a full airlock between the hangars too. Very cool. I like that. Is this the same? Not identical, but similar. Another access point underneath to work on your pipes and whatnot. I like that. You can't exit the hangars on this side, it doesn't look like. Oh, you can. Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was a door for a second. Going crazy. No, this looks good. As we go. Some of them. Would be nice to see some of those doors at least closing themselves behind you. This is just up that ladder. I don't like using ladders though, so we flew up here. Looks like this is storage, and there's our gravity and access to the rest of the ship. Cool view into the hangar here. Ship is kind of confusing. I guess this goes to the bridge. Okay. I have to say, it's a lot of doors to get through to this bridge. If you wanted to hop in this thing and start flying real quick, you need to hike through like the whole entire ship. And that does bother me a little bit. I'd like to see an airlock on this part of the ship so I can just come straight in. Is that what this is? Oh, hey. All right, cool. It's the slow doors. Fun. All right, so that's awesome. I think they were making it with every design element that would annoy Splitsy. Not myself. This doesn't actually bother me that much. They're actually hitting a lot of the things that I like to see, like the passageway that goes around the hangars, the entranceway right at the thing here. I like that. That would bother me if they didn't have it, but they have it, so... and I don't really mind the side driving seat, like way out here. You don't have to do it. There's no reason to be doing it with this ship, but it's certainly interesting. I think I probably would have put it like right on top or sticking out the other side, maybe? No, this side isn't bad. I would have put it further away from the hangars though, because I feel like it's kind of in the way of this hangar. And I wouldn't have put it as far out. I don't think it needs to be quite that far out. It's interesting though. You got a pretty good view, except for the left side. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like half the time in the Discord, people they say Splitsy, and I can't tell if they mean Shifty or if they mean Splitsy. That's not, like, there's obviously a big difference between the two. I'm not saying that I should be confused with Splitsy for any reason, but I think it just, when people are typing it, it just comes out one way or the other, and I never know if they're just typoing or if they actually mean what they're saying. Yeah. I mean, I take that as a compliment. I don't know how Splitsy would feel about that, but I take it as a compliment, so I don't mind when people do it, but I can't speak for the other party at all. Kind of want to try this down on a planet. I don't know. I don't know how similar my content is to Splitsies because I really don't watch much YouTube at all. But I know our icons ended up being kind of similar. That was not by design. My icon has always been black and white, and it wasn't always a space helmet. It was just the little ghost thing for a very long time. But I thought, you know what? I'm making mostly Space Engineers content. I'm going to use the proper suit and helmet. This is what I modeled my thing after. It's just the proper suit and helmet. And I put the reflection, like in the reflection of the helmet, that's my old icon that I've used for like 15 years. And yeah, that's how I came up with my thing. And it does look kind of like Splitsies, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, that was not the plan. It just turned out that way. So we went actually to the front of the ship, and this is a whole floor that I almost missed. We've got more stuff. A couple jump drives, very nice. Always good to have 2 of those. And quite a bit of production. Do we have a full-size refinery on this? We just have the 2 basics, as far as I can tell. The name. It's the name too, Splitsy Shifty. It's all coincidence. Like, none of this was planned. It's just coincidence. I've used the name Shifty Shadow as like my gamer tag for over 15 years. And I just recently started making videos. So. What else should we check? What do we got for reactors? We got 1 reactor. That's okay. Lots of batteries. You need how many batteries? 3 of them to power a jump drive. We've got 2 jump drives, and we don't have any ion thrusters as far as I can tell. It's all hydrogen, so all the batteries are really there for is charging up, like holding a lot of capacity and then charging up your jump drives, which there's plenty to do that. So, and when the jump drives aren't charging, your small reactor will be able to run everything and slowly charge your batteries. So I think the power is ample on this ship. I might opt for 2 reactors, but that's okay. We got oxygen farms, so it's a little self-sustaining in that regard. Lots of respawn points, which is very good. Yeah, look, even more batteries, warfare batteries. Yeah, plenty of batteries. And lots of lights. Cool. Honestly, I kind of like this ship. I would make certain design changes, but it's not a bad ship at all, and it actually handles pretty darn well. I wonder if it can fly on a planet. I want to say that it probably can, without a heavy load. It has a lot of large cargo containers. Holy moly. So it has 4 large cargo containers. It's definitely not going to be able to fly on a planet with them full. Probably not even with a single one full, but that's okay. You can fly around in space with them being full. And there's tons of hydrogen tanks, so ample storage for hydrogen as well. I assume that's what this whole left side is, kind of. The narrower part, I bet that's all just tanks and things like that. It's got a couple guns on it. This bottom gun is not particularly useful. All it can really do is shoot left, which is already covered by the left gun. So I don't know how I feel about that gun, but the rest of them are good. Oh, did I just run out of gravity here? Oh, I don't like that. I want to just walk and hop off the stairs. The fact that gravity ends before the stairs, before the ladder, kind of bothers me. Ah, dang it. Airlock. We're going outside to look at these guns. Yeah, so this left gun, this covers the whole left side of the ship very comfortably. This gun can't really shoot forwards, can't shoot right, can't shoot that way. I guess it can shoot down and kind of that way. but I would just put it, you know, I'd put it on the bottom of the ship. Though that might get in the way of your landing, so I see why it's there. But then if it's there, like, put a gun over here, because there's no guns covering this side of the ship as far as I can tell. Someone could just fly up to you. You've got these little guns. Little guns aren't bad. Kind of keep players away, but I think a full-size Gatling wouldn't be terrible to see over here. Even if it was just under here or something, somehow. Something on the right side would be nice, but everything else is covered to some degree or another. What's the PCU on this? I'm curious. 14,000, that's a lot more than I was expecting. Interesting. I was expecting, honestly, 7 to 10,000. So I wonder where all this PCU is coming from. I guess the lights are a lot. Well, they're like 25 each. But that adds up when you have a lot of lights. A couple thousand in lights. Doors are like 125 or something, or 1,000. 125. So a lot of doors. Yeah, it's 115. I think all doors of any kind are 115. Yeah, doors. Doors are killers, because you have to calculate air tightness over and over again whenever they open or close, and that's something you can automate, is opening and closing them. So yeah, and all these lights, like, you could cut down on these lights. You could put like 4 in this hall and just crank up their distance, and that would save you on like another almost 1,000. But if that's the look you're going for, there's nothing wrong with it. And if you're not building in a PCU scarce environment, then it doesn't matter at all. Just go for whatever look you want. I'm gonna take this down to the planet. And see if it crashes. The rotation axis is correct. That's cool. And it looks like it's flying just fine. That's also cool. Yep. And they used a lot of large thrusters, but they used a few small ones too. Small thrusters. All thrusters are like 15 PCU, so it's not a huge deal, but again, if you have like tons of small thrusters where you could just use one big one, it's another easy way to cut down on PCU, is just to use only big thrusters and stuff like that. Not a bad ship though. I kind of like that. Started off pretty strong this stream. A little strange looking, but functionally, I have no issue with it. Let's see, what should we do next? Yeah, I looked at this one. I looked at the Agatha, didn't I? I might be crazy. I'm scrolling up. It looks familiar. I remember I didn't have like scripts enabled the first time I tried to look at it, and it just fell out of the sky. Unless this is one that just looks very similar. Scrolling. Maybe I didn't. We will check it out. Why not? Oh no, we did check it out because I'm already subscribed to it, so, I know, they after you've seen like 50 of them, it's hard to tell. It's like, did I look at that one already? Some of them are really distinct, but no, this one I'm already subscribed to, so I've definitely looked at it in the past. Maybe it wasn't on stream though. We'll get to it eventually, because we don't have a lot of ships that are submitted right now. But I'm going to look at a different one first. We're going to look at the Sparrow Jump Haller, or Haller. Hey, MostlyAwol. Welcome. Alright. I wonder if this one is something I should be loading in. I started from the bottom and I'm going up flanker, so I will get to yours. I'll probably do them all at the same time too, so I don't have to change the name very much. But I will get to them. The ships, the things that I skip that I might not actually get to are ones that have like mods or require like water mods and stuff. That just sounds like a lot of work, because then I have to go set up a world just to look at the build, but yours usually don't have that, right? So I shouldn't have an issue. Great. This is going to be difficult to find, isn't it? There we go. I hope this flies on a planet. I'm doubtful though. Only 6 downwards. We'll paste it in. Oh, it doesn't have a... Its rotation axis is kind of weird too. Alright. Hey, what the heck? It flies. There must be nothing in its cargo, and it must be light armor, because otherwise I'm impressed that this is actually floating. Cool though. Good to know. I like this. I like the way this looks. I think this was a recent build. I remember seeing this in the creations page recently. Alright, how do I get into it? That is the next question. I'm stumped. Is this it? Must be. Oh, yeah, because I remember this ramp. Does this ramp, where's this button? There we go. Nice. Very nice. A little bit of yellow. It's colorful solar panels on the top. I didn't even look at that. Oh, hey, yeah. What do you know? These things are so thick. They are thick solar panels, guys. I was so surprised by that. I really like the small grid ones because they're not so thick, but the large grid ones, it's cool because they line up with the half blocks really well like this, but they're so thick. It's almost a little bit weird. Alright. In we go. We got an airlock. Hey, and it closed behind me. I appreciate that. Very nice. A lot of the new blocks. And my light is off, so we got a lot of light in here. Ooh, desk? Wait, is this my interior? Okay, I was gonna say, is that all I'm working with? Up we go. Good use of colors. I like this. It's my type of colors, black and white, with a little bit of accent here and there. Yeah, what, I mean, other than looking cool, what advantages do the new ones really have? They attach on the sides better, right? Like they have mount points on the sides. The old ones are stackable. The new ones aren't as stackable. Don't get me wrong, like I like the new ones, but I think the old ones are just straight up functionally better. I like this ship. I like it quite a bit. That is a lot of programmable blocks. The sloped ones that are half block thick, so it really comes down to aesthetic preference, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the sloped ones are something completely new, so I do like that. Mostly it's looks, I think, that you're really getting. This ship is quick to accelerate. Feels like a rocket ship. Oh, and I can put my little landing thing up from in the seat. I was wondering about that because I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. And this use of wheel suspensions facing each other with landing gears underneath them. I think that's what that is, right? That's what that looks like to me. With magnetic plates on them, that looks so good. That's so cool. I'm gonna use that. I might use that in my luxury build. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before, but I just completely forgot about it. But that is super cool looking. Yeah. That's half the reason I love doing these build reviews. I get so many good ideas from other builders. That's half the struggle for like getting better at building in this game, is just looking at what other people do and what looks good. And then make it your own. I honestly didn't know that you could place blocks on wheel suspensions like that. Because that part's not, like, you can't collide with that part, right? You can just fly right through it. So I kind of thought that it wasn't a mount point. It made sense in my mind that you wouldn't be able to attach there. Where am I? Oh my gosh. It's a little zigzaggy in here and it confuses me sometimes. Okay, so this is the exit. Oh, is that what's going on? Hey! I don't know what just happened, but I heard a noise. Oh, thanks for the follow, Remarkable. Welcome to the stream. Yep, that's what's happening. There's a block that is going through the zero collision area, and then this is mounted onto that block, and these are mounted to the sides of these blocks. Very cool. I'm glad I thought of that, because I would have been trying to like place these on there later today, probably. I would have been like, how is this? This isn't working. This is not possible. What is happening? But yeah, this is super cool. Alright, I gotta see... Can I? Hey, very nice. So we got large containers, we got 2 of those. We probably don't have production on here, do we? You can see it's drifting. Ever so slightly. If I just zoom in on this, you can see it's moving. That is because space engineers can't handle this little tiny subgrid. Drives me nuts. It drives me more nuts that that is marked as fixed on the Keen forums, because obviously it's not fixed. I don't see any refineries, but that's okay. This ship is labeled as a jump haller. Jump hauler, I assume. So I guess it doesn't need production. I think having an assembler and a basic refinery at least would be kind of nice. I like being able to make repairs of my ships in case something catastrophic happens. But that's okay. Projector? That's useful. You can set up that for repairing yourself. We got for tanks. Put an S on it. I'm like, why is this not showing up? Alright, we got 2 of those, 2 oxygen tanks. That's pretty good. Considering we're only burning fuel with 3 small ones while we're floating around on the planet. It's not bad, but we're going to have empty cargo because we have... Well, we have 4 of these cargo containers. That's quite a few. Again, that should work in space just fine, but... you can build this on a planet, but I probably can make it fall pretty easily out of the sky. And it has 2 jump drives. That's pretty compact. That's a lot of stuff to have packed into this little ship. Now, it doesn't have much of an interior, but it has my type of interior. It has that really compressed interior. And I really like, I like that you can get into it while this is up. Like, you can fly through that little gap and you can get in. Yeah. Yeah, it's obnoxious. It drives me kind of crazy that ships slowly fall out of the sky. But this is another really good ship. Two very good ships right off the start. Let's see what else we've got. Scrolling up slowly here. We will do... does anybody here? I suppose Hellflanker's here. We can do your ships. Did I do that one? Did I do the Ambassador last week? I kind of think I didn't. We'll check it out. I'm not subscribed, so we have not done it yet. Horsefly and below, you say? Alright, well, we will check them out. Make sure my stuff is all updated. Okay. What are we looking at first? The Ambassador? Does that fly on a planet? We're about to find out. As soon as my workshop downloads update. There we are. I'm seeing ion thrusters. Oh, there's some atmospheric too. Oh, and hydrogen. Okay, yeah. Excellent. Hey, very nice. It does fly. Seeing every type of thruster. We've even got some welders and some decoys. Cool. Very compact little ship. Looks nice. It's nice. See that flying in. We've got some point defense turrets. We don't have any big turrets, I'm guessing, because it's an ambassador ship, which I approve of. Just point defense, which is cool. That's what I call the interior turrets, because they're really not great for much else. They keep players away, they shoot down missiles, and they shoot down meteors. That's about it. Nope, I didn't park this very well. Alright, that's gonna possibly be a problem. My parking job, yeah, I knew it. Okay, well, we'll fix that in a second. If we can get up this staircase. Maybe we just fix that first. There we go. Oh. That's why my parking job wasn't very good. Your blueprint, my friend, is upside down. Your rotation axis is upside down. So I cannot easily align it with gravity. But I did a much better job that time. We can walk around on it. And we can just, oh, look at how good that was. Alright, sweet. Yeah, it's not hard to fix. You just paste this grid onto a cockpit that's upside right, and then your rotation axis is fixed. Easy peasy. These are my types of interiors. Every single block space is used for something. Oh, and you can even see the floor buff. Very cool. Very cool. Dang, this is packed well. I approve. Except for that. But we'll ignore that. Wait, why is this even like that? Wait a second. My friend. Can't you just... use a different block there. Have the same exact functionality. I don't know. Right? Oh, there we go. Have one of these blocks there. And then you don't fall through the floor. Oh, I unfortunately was mirroring, so I just janked up the other part of the ship. But yeah, you can put that there. I don't know what was here. There was glass on the floor here, I'm pretty sure. That's all there was. At 3 a.m. Well, it is honestly a pretty dang nice ship. But yeah, I think I would change that, if nothing else. Change that, fix the rotation axis. This is cool. I like the little couch with like your entertainment center here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the controllers on this are your access points, which are super cool. Like the rest of it isn't. Of course the keyboard is and the monitor is, but yeah, the controllers are little access points too, which I thought was pretty neat feature for that one that they added. It's cool that this flies in atmosphere. It does have the giant atmospheric thruster, and it has 4 hydrogen thrusters, so I'm guessing that this can actually get to space. Well, just like, yeah. It seems like it would. Pretty cool. What do we got for cargo and whatnot? A small cargo container? It's not bad. Lots of hydrogen engines, interesting. Also has lots of batteries, so it has lots of power. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured you really don't need a whole lot. You just need to get right in that sweet spot, like you're saying, where atmospheric is no longer working, and if you get going up to max speed, it's not a very long time window, and you just have to get through that zone. You don't even have to like be able to accelerate through it. You just need to not turn around in that zone, and then your ions start working better, and you can get into space. It's a good use of thrusters if you have ion for space and you have atmosphere for surface. Just having a few hydrogen for that zone is perfect. I kind of like doing hydrogen for everywhere, and then I just have like just the up atmospheric, and then I turn my downwards hydrogen off when I get close to the surface, and I just use I use hydrogen for directional changing, but not for lifting my ship. But this is another great way to do it, honestly, so. This uses even less hydrogen, so it's pretty cool. Do have a jump drive. That is very good. These merge blocks are all for the decoys, spotlights. Some planets have a really short atmospheric ceiling. Yeah, per tam. A couple hydrogen thrusters in the bottom really helps send you through the zones. Yeah, definitely. Per tam, I don't know if that zone is larger for per tam, because per tam you also get completely out of gravity at like 20 kilometers or something, instead of like 40 for Earth, or whatever it is for the alien planet. Probably 40 again. And I haven't done a whole lot of playthroughs on the alien planet either. I've done plenty on Mars, I've done plenty on Earth, and plenty on Pertam at this point. I like flying this little ship around. Feels pretty good. And you can drop these decoys by just angle when you do it, so they fall out better, but cool. Anything else on the ship that I'm missing? It's a pretty nice ship. Nice little ambassador ship. I made an ambassador ship a little while ago. I'm just going to paste that in real quick just to compare the two. Ugh. This one's so compact, actually. I like it. I like it. And when you're landed on the ground, you can walk up it. Pretty cool. And once again, it has this landing gear mixed with these guys, these suspension blocks. I feel like I'm the only one not on the train. The only one that doesn't know how good those look. They really do look good, though. Yeah, I mean, Space Engineers doesn't make sense, but per tam, yeah, the gravity only goes out to 20k. I'm pretty sure, or something similar to that, like that range. Are you so? Random stream question: are you guys still not seeing the text? Is that not showing up on stream still? The chat is not showing up. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. The Streamlabs is having a day, and it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. But probably an update or something that I missed. Probably my fault. That's all right. We'll fix it for next time. Yeah, the follower bar I turned off because I noticed it was like completely janked, and then I didn't know about the chat. Chat's back? Okay, I just toggled it. That's all I did, is I just toggled it on and off, so. Sweet, yeah, I see it. It's actually working now. Cool. Thanks. Thanks for being consistent, program. Jeez. Alright, what's the next ship to look at? I need to put checkboxes by these when I finish them. And then I know not to go back to it and do it again. I just started doing that, so we should be good. We'll look at the Agatha. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one before, but it was pretty cool, so we'll look at it again. Whatever. We're gonna look at it again. It's cool. And I have scripts enabled this time, so it shouldn't fall out of the sky immediately. Yeah. Though it doesn't look like it's using the side bits here. So I wonder if my scripts are still messed up. Alright, let's jump in this fly around. I need to drop this though, because we don't need 700,000 iron weighing us down while we fly ships around. This is a super cool one. I definitely remember looking at it. Kind of looks like the back has changed a little bit since then though. Could be wrong though. This would be a fun one to actually try out. And it's got these little pontoons. Flip those down for landing, which is pretty cool. I do like that. And the little roll cage is pretty good too with this cockpit. Even the HUD is all yellow. Where are my parachutes? That's my question. Did I say something about parachutes last time I looked at this? There are no parachutes. How dare you? I'm offended. I'm a bad driver. I need parachutes on all my vehicles. We're going to take it in for a landing though, just to make use of its cool little landing feature. You'll see why I need parachutes in a second here when I crash it. Pretty cool. And I remember this from last time. When it is landed, you can crawl and you can get underneath it to make repairs, which is neat. Very cool. And you can access all these cargo containers. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. What else we got? Ooh, I see new ones posted. Are there more? The ambassador I saw, the midget I saw. Sure. I don't know if I saw the horsefly. We're gonna look at that one just because it's, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. And then we'll move on to different people's. I'll check some of the new ones that were just posted. Cat Company Horsefly. Yeah, kind of. There's a channel in the Discord specifically for people to drop builds. Remarkable, and I just go through them when I do one of these build review sessions. I do those, and whatever people are posting at the time in that channel, or people just like tell me the name of their build in chat, I'll just go look it up and I can look at the builds. But yeah, if you ever want something looked at and I'm not around, that channel's the perfect place to put it because I'll review it and then I put all my VODs up on my community channel. So if there's a checkbox next to it in the Discord channel, then I've looked at it and you know it's probably in one of my streams. And all my streams, when I post them, I will bookmark all the different builds so it's really easy to find your build. So I'm trying to make it as useful as possible for people who want, you know, somebody else to look at their stuff and tell them what they think. All right, F10. What are we looking at? Horsefly? Hey, it worked. Have I seen this? Again, it's so hard to tell sometimes. Oh, it's so tiny. No, this is a new one. I haven't seen this. It's got the new thrusters. I'm liking it. It's so tiny. Small grid. Yeah, I was like pinging people if I looked at their builds, but then it's like you don't know which builds I looked at, and it's just annoying to ping people all the time. So I'm starting to do the checkboxes now, and they might not be perfectly accurate because I'm trying to do it as I'm reviewing, but this is a cool little ship. Hopefully they will be accurate. And it'll be obvious if I've looked at stuff. And it looks like it's got ion too. Yeah, ion in every direction. Little drone. Very cool little drone. Can I tell it to follow? We've got, what is it? Spam. Spamming T's. We got a recorder, very cool, so you can automate a lot of this. Move, combat, and a couple basics. That's good. Might be kind of hard with the only single move command to get it to dock. But I'm guessing you put the move command right on top here. That's what this one is, right? I'm still getting used to this. Yeah, AI recorder. That one is almost directly above your connector. I would honestly switch these two blocks. I would put that right there and that right there, because then this will make it super easy to record and do a vertical landing onto something. But honestly, it's not that far off, so it might not matter. But like having it perfectly above the connector, if you're doing vertical landings on stuff, does make it easier. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna make this follow me around for a second. I think I can do that with basic, right? Yeah, follow player, follow me, and yeah, behavior on. Okay. Hey. Yeah, it's super cool. You're still the only person that has submitted drones for me to look at, so I always like putzing with them a little bit, because I haven't made basically any drones of my own, so it's cool to see what's possible. It's confused. I suppose I could have given it a minimum height. It's figuring it out, though. There you go. It kind of keeps up with you pretty well, I assume, because it's a fairly small vehicle. Come to me. There it comes. Alright, we've looked at that. I don't think there's much more to say about it. It's cool. I need to make more drones. Alright. AWOL, I'm looking at your ship. That's what we're doing next. Oh my gosh. Hover carrier. Subscribe. I've got to come up with a way to streamline switching these text things and whatnot, because it's not right now. So there's always these awkward pauses in my my stream while I'm trying to get the next ship up. I don't think there's an easy way to do that, so it might just be the way it is. You have too much scarier drones on the workshop. I've seen 2 other drones of yours. I don't think they're the ones you're talking about. Maybe they are. Boop. Drop this one in. Yeah. That's alright. Cool to see old builds too. My old builds are so old that they don't have any DLC. So I'm already seeing DLC, so it can't be that old. And lots of these little ball turrets, holy moly. Oh, I should have left that drone in and set it to be an enemy so that these could shred it. Missed opportunities. That's alright. I like the bridge on this. Pretty cool. Giant gate. Is there a button outside to open the gate? Hey, look at this. What the heck? Have I been living in a cave my entire life? Now you say you have an old build and you're already, and you still have this, this setup here. Oh my gosh. I must have been living in a cave for so long, because I've never done that. And now I've seen, what, builds from 3 or 4 different people today already, where they've been doing this, this landing gear type setup. Oh, there's railguns down here too, holy cow. Dang, this thing is got a lot of weapons on it. I guess it's a military vehicle, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. But there probably is. There probably is a button. I'm just not looking very hard because my eyes are wandering and I'm looking at all the cool things like the landing gear. Well, that's alright. We're going to go in a normal airlock first, or this back hangar, one of the two. I don't know, where should I go in? I feel like there's an entrance right here, and we can just start from the top and work our way down. Yeah, I mean, not an airlock, but that's okay. At least it gives you easy access to your control seat. How's it feel driving? Not bad at all. Pretty jumpy. It doesn't turn super fast, but it's a carrier, so I don't exactly expect it to turn super fast. Got the railguns down there firing off. Pretty cool. It's not actually, the turning isn't bad. It's enough. And the acceleration is just fine, so I can appreciate it. I think I would find a way to make this an airlock, though. What I'd probably do is... I might do like a zigzag. Like, have you go in here, and then turn and come out here or something. And then you can put a little keen airlock in it. Even if it's still just one door, you could manage that. How do I get down here? You know, another thing that I totally forgot about until recently, I forgot that they had these little LCDs. The ones that weren't like full block size. I totally forgot those existed until like a week ago. It's so weird. They're so nice. Now I've been using them everywhere in my decorative, my luxury ship. I'm gonna make, I turn them sideways, and I'm gonna use them as banners. I'm gonna get a bunch of custom images made and use them as like hanging banners. Okay, so this is the upper hangar by the top deck. Got a couple ways into it. These are kind of just like big doors. Yeah, this doesn't actually go to outside. I can open these so we can see. This goes outside, which is pretty cool. Now, a lot of people use these in their ships as large doors, and that's something I never do, but I should start doing because they do look really cool. Nice panels for a little room. A little private room. Assume this is, yep, a bathroom. Very cool. I always make my bathrooms go the other way, so when you walk in, the sink is right here, and the shower you don't look right into. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it this way. It's just like one of those things that I always do, and then when people do it differently, I'm like, wait, you can do it differently? Of course you can. Okay, there's the other entrance. I suppose this is, so it's a hover carrier. This doesn't go into space. So it doesn't really need airlocks, does it? If it's designed for use on Earth, at least. There's really no reason to have airlocks at all. I suppose if you're really high altitude, but you're using only atmospheric, so you're never going to be that high. Down. There is a way down. Wait, what is this? What is this? There are so many little control stations that I'm finding on this, which is kind of cool. I like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, the big gate in the front. Oh, dang. This is something I like all about a lot of your builds, AWOL. the I like the big interiors with a lot of catwalks. That's another thing I rarely do, but it feels good. It feels pretty good. This is missing a catwalk, it feels like. That's okay. Yeah, that catwalk would be back a little ways. Let's go down. Gunner stations and all the little different nooks. Guess that makes sense. Maybe I shouldn't fly back there, but I can walk back there. We'll try that. Ooh, we got some beds up on the side. The old-ish beds. The not brand new beds. Still super cool. This is on a piston. Interesting. Where does this go? We'll have to try that out. I suppose we can do it right now. Oh, hey! Is this our elevator? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. You're also one of the few people that consistently builds elevators on your ships to get in and out, which is also kind of cool. I just never do it. I assume this, yep, goes into the main hangar. Very cool. I want to finish looking around this room though. Down, down, down we go. More seats for guns, I assume, or just a lower flight deck. It's kind of nice to have that. Lounge area. Play hide and seek in here. You play have a Nerf battle in here. Look at all the little like hiding nooks. I'd get into it. Wow, that's sneaky. I've never done that before. Using this railing lines you right up with the side of the reactors. That's kind of cool. Another thing that I've never done that I might have to use. I'm glad that this is actually proper. Alright, let's look at the main hangar up here. Oh, we got like a big thing hanging down here too. Is there something up here that I'm missing? No, that's all just windows. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Not what I thought it was gonna do. But useful. Get your main connection point right there. Moved around. Double stacked these guys. You did this on the... what was that called? Your colony ship. And I liked it on that too. I need to do that in my workstation areas. Stack these too high. I actually have a spot where I plan to do that on my luxury build already. I just haven't put them in yet. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Half hangar with the ramp covering the lower half. Pretty cool. So you could use this for ground vehicles if you wanted to. Well, there's only one connection point inside here. I probably want a few more. Unless you just have one big vehicle that you're going to drive out, then that's okay. Pretty cool. I do like this. Oh, I like the green and the red. The green on the starboard and the red on the port side. Makes me feel like I'm in a ship. I used to do those types of lights. Oh, there is a rover built for this. Which rover is it? Is it the the one that was on the server. I feel like that would fit in here just about right. The one that you had parked by the ice. What was that one called? The Oracle? Or was that the one you built for the competition last year? I'm probably subscribed to it. I'm gonna pull it up if I can. I don't remember its name. Monarch. Yep, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is the one that you had on the server. I remember this one. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to paste it in here, am I? It's that day. We'll put it up top. Boop. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a look at this, dude, because this is actually a cool vehicle. It's so wide. It's stable. It's stable. Hey. Oh, best feature in the world. I love that. Very cool. The back of it. What is in the back of it? Is it just utility stuff? This is a heavy one too. Look at all the heavy armor on it. It does look like it's just mostly utility stuff, isn't it? Cargo? Okay. Oh, it locks the door. Oh no, it doesn't. I'm just crazy. You can run and jump in anyway. Got a couple seats in here. Is it airtight in here? I assume it is. Can't tell because we're on Earth, but this says it's not, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being airtight last time I was in it on the server. I'm also guessing, oh, it's probably because I just took the whole roof off. I'm sure that's what it is. Hey, I'm guessing it doesn't have parachutes for people like me that drive off cliffs. Can I land with it though? Nah. I'll take it as a success. Yeah, I removed the roof. That was entirely my fault. I didn't realize it till afterwards. You know, I just drove it off a carrier and landed without parachutes, and it's driving just fine. I think the bottom of it's a little bit banged up in the back, but I thought we were just going to turn into a pancake, so props. Especially because it's so flat and so close to the ground already. I thought we were just going to squish like a bug on a windshield. But it's doing all right. We got to do more rover stuff. Actually, on the server, we should do some rover stuff next time people are around, because I actually have my big rover up and running, and I can print small rovers now at it. So I could print up some small rovers, and we could just drive around and have a good time, do some flips. That'd be fun. We're gonna look at the next build here, though. I didn't really look at what blocks were in those builds, but that's okay. Did delete that, right? I think I did. I want to check out this large multi-purpose work in progress that Game Night posted. And then we'll figure out what to do after that. Tried, but Starfield came out. I don't know. I haven't seen your rover since last time it was parked at the North Pole, because I didn't play for forever, and then you moved, and then I started playing again, and you were already moved. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. Haven't seen it in a while. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I went that way. I just headed towards the sun randomly. I'll drive there next time. Next time I'm playing, I will... That'll be my goal. It might be on the opposite side of the planet now, though, because I drove to a little bit past the equator, but I just drove in a random direction south. So I might be on the opposite side of the planet from you, but that'll be a good session for me. That'll be a good project, because I have all the resources I can have from Pertam. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about finding ores anymore. So I can drive instead. That'll be my goal. Drive to wherever that GPS is. I just scroll up and I should be able to find it. We're going to find out if this flies on the planet real quick. If it doesn't, we'll be taking a trip up into space. It is a work in progress, but I'm going to guess that it will actually fly. It also might be... Yeah, it's definitely a static grid right now. Yeah, it works. At least you know that works already. I'm liking the idea so far. I think the front shaping is coming together nicely. Obviously the back is not done, but if you keep going, I think it'll look nice. I'd probably add a few more little greebly bits in here just to break up that a little bit more. But, you know, it's looking pretty good so far. You can add some stuff to the front to break it up as well. And I think it'll look really good when it's complete. I kind of like the nose look of this. It reminds me of something. I don't know what. Some sort of animal. And we got some big hangers here. We'll go inside. I like the fly-through hanger. I'd probably put 2 connectors. I'd probably put like one here, one there, maybe one in the middle for parking a big ship. I guess there's one at the top and one at the bottom, which is not bad. And I like the views into the hangars. It's always cool. Big gate door. We're gonna go, I think the front is this way. We're gonna go that way first. Turn my light off so we can see the lighting in here. Oh, okay. Work in progress, but progress is coming along. So we've got the cryo sleep and the bedrooms here. Unfinished room by the looks of it. And then a medical room. What would I put in here? Probably like a kitchen and a lounge. Then people, once they wake up, have a place to go and do something other than just sleep. And it would kind of make sense to be close to that. We are using the big stairs. I would probably put a railing on the side here, though. Or just something. You don't fall through there. Unless you're into that. This is right underneath where I'm guessing the bridge is. Oh, here we go. We got some like lounge lobby area in here. That's good. And side airlocks. Cool. Bathroom, I'm guessing. Perfect. That's exactly how I built mine. And the other airlock. And, oh, that's part of the airlock. That is this block. This looks back in the hangar. Hey, they have a music block. Oh, fun music. Of course. We'll listen to that for a minute. Alright. This is not complete, I'm guessing, but looks pretty good. Got a pretty good view. Can't believe you have fun music queued up. Typical. Typical. I feel like there's like only a couple different music people have queued up whenever I see those. It's like fun music or just whatever the generic first music is. It's like they haven't set it up or they set it up for fun music. Mine is always set up to the pirate song, the space pirate song. I did a playthrough with a friend where we basically were pirates the whole time, and we had that just running on loop in our base for so long. It was kind of annoying at first, but then, you know, once you hear something 1,000 times, it just like doesn't bother you. It actually was good. We'd sing along with it. It was great. Alright, let's check out the back of this ship. There's so much real estate in here to do all sorts of different stuff. I didn't think it was that big from the outside, but it's actually pretty huge. I did see that there is a way over the airlocks, and that's going to go into the back of the ship. Hopefully that has stairs that goes down at some point. That go down at some point and attach to this area, so that you don't have to go through the thing there to get back here. And we are using some of the new stuff for the built-in catwalks, which is really cool. Batteries. I like putting my batteries closer to the bottom of the ship. I guess this is the bottom of the ship though, because it's quite a tall ship, so that's not a problem. And the refineries are down here, which is good. We got jump drives. Quite a few. Reactors. Okay. A nice reactor room. So tempted to make a drone whose sole purpose is to fly at a target and just play fun music. Gosh. And just like have flashing lights. I could see it. An attack drone, and its whole purpose in life is to just play fun music at people until they go away. I would probably leave quickly. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I gotta go play the pirate music. I haven't heard that in so long. I'm feeling nostalgic now though. Where is that music player? I believe it's really close to the end. There we go. Add. They only have fun music. Get out of here. Alright. This is my jam. Takes a while to get started. Is it even playing? I remember it always taking like 15 seconds to actually start. It stopped. Now it's playing. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I remember because we had it on rerun and there was always just like a couple second lull before it started up again. And that was the only time we had silence in our ship. It's not even a great song, but when it's like the soundtrack of an entire playthrough, it brings back great memories. Hey, we're falling out of the sky. Oh, interesting. We've got a airlock that goes into the hangar. I approve of that. That's good. We're falling out of the sky, though. I think we ran out of hydrogen or something, even though we're in creative mode. I'm not entirely certain what's up with us falling right now, but it's a thing. Ah, I lost the music because I went too far away. Oh well. Pretty cool ship. I'm interested to see how it turns out when it's actually done. So here's my question. If you're still around AWOL, how is Starfield? Obviously it's good because you've been playing it a lot, right? I haven't tried a whole lot of other space games other than SE. But Steam is always like, you should play all these other games. They're great. I just haven't done it yet. Alright, checkmark. I've done that one. Oh, yeah, no spoilers for Starfield. Just like, is it fun? It's Skyrim / Fallout 4, but in space. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Well, that's good because I've already got my engineering sim fix, so. Have I seen this Vanguard class carrier before? It looks familiar. It could just because I've seen images though. We're gonna check this one out. I'm amazed I'm getting through so many ships without having to leave the planet. Usually there's some on the... This is big. We'll see. It's got a lot of thrusters though, we should be fine. Oh, it's not rotated right though. Frustrating. How big is the shipbuilding aspect? Oh, hey, we're going to space. As much as you want, really, it's needed a little bit for things, but not much. Otherwise, you can create some awesome ships in the game. It has its limitations, but still gives a lot of freedom in placing things. That's nice. I'd probably just play it for... not the building aspect, though. Though, I feel like that's always what I get sucked into. Even if I don't plan on playing a game that way. That's just how I enjoy playing most games, so. Oh man, I apologize for all my random stopping while I'm doing this, but man, I am so stuffy today. Keep having to stop and try to fix that. Still getting over that cold. My throat and face and neck doesn't hurt like craziness anymore though, so that's cool. I like this ship. I think the thing I would change first about it though is this armor, this paint. I'm just gonna see what it looks like with just a clean paint job. Honestly, it feels better already. So I've been living in a shell like my entire life. I don't know if I've played any Bethesda games. I'm sure I have. I haven't played many different games. For how long I've been playing games. It's been a very small number for extremely long periods of time. I used to try tons of different games, but that was literally like 10, 12 years ago. And since then I've played like Minecraft, Space Engineers, Terraria, and I'm trying to think of what else. 7 Days to Die, Like, the number of different games I've played in the last decade, I could probably count off on one hand. If you don't include, like, party games and board games and stuff like that. If you just count, like, video games where you're mostly just sitting around playing by yourself. This ship is going to take me forever to explore. Look at all the staircases. This is like a shrine to stairs right here. This room. Gotta get me interested in stationeers then? I mean, all these games, like, I've heard good things about them, but... Is it better than Space Engineers? That's the question. Honestly, even if it is, I'm just so used to Space Engineers, I don't know. If it does the same thing for you as Space Engineers, I'm probably going to just play Space Engineers instead. Or Minecraft. We got some sort of system running here. It's a heavy boy, but it is not bad on the forwards acceleration. I'm gonna let it just drift and slow down on its own. Whoa. There's not a whole lot of doors between things. This is at least an airlock. That was a little bit weird. And we've got a little back deck here. I like the idea, but you're making it less functional. This turret can't see as far down as it could have without those little blockers. It looks cool though. Same with this. The recessed turrets, they look cool, but they just can't be used as much, you know? So I never do it. Some people do it, but I never do it. Let's look around the rest of the outside while we're out here. I've been so distracted with chat, I can't multitask at all, so... Oh hey, there's a giant hangar in the front. Very cool. I like this hangar. I think it could use more lights though. Because it's really just my headlights. And we got a camera that looks into it. Don't entirely remember what kind of vehicle building aspects. Stationaries? Pseudo-realistic space colony game? Airtightness. Oh, that word. It hurts me every time I hear it. I'm traumatized by Space Engineers with airtightness. Power, oxygen, gases, liquids, and food production, although as time goes on, a fair number of those things can be fully or partially automated. That's nice. It sounds like, yeah, I mean, it's a colony game, like you said, so I was going to say it sounds like RimWorld or Oxygen Not Included or something like that. I like those kind of games too, honestly. Building, automating a colony, getting everything working just right. That was kind of a weird, like, what is going on back here? Did I miss what I was supposed to see? Okay, it goes up. So it's just the control room for the hangar, but you have to go into the hangar to get to the control room for the hangar. Unless I'm missing something critical? That seems a little bit strange, like you can't get into that from the rest of the ship. You have to go into the hangar and then go back into that. We got a little side hallway. Ooh, hello. Medical area. Oh, this is such an old ship. Look at those old beds, man. I remember that. I still have ships with beds like that. Sick bunk bed, I must say. It's beautiful. What we got in here? Another bedroom? Old style bedroom? Very... Ooh. Hello? Oh, it's just showing information. Cool. So these are all old style bedrooms. Dang. Gotta love it. Just adds a bit more endgame goal. The other Saturday. Oh, yeah, I can check it out. Playing some stationaries. It's so dark in here. This is my main complaint about people who build ships with black paint. Like, what am I looking at? It hurts my eyes. I play in a room where my PC is set up with a window behind it. Now I have blinds for that window, and I can shut them. But even with them shut on a sunny day, like, I'm gonna have a headache walking around in a ship like this after about 5 minutes because I'm just squinting at my screen because I can't see what's happening. So that is why all my ships start with a flat white paint job. Now you know. I don't ever build dark ships. It's mainly a product of the environment I play games in. What can you do? I think this ship builder loves stairs. I think more than they love anything else, they love stairs. Just gonna go out on a limb and make that prediction. I've seen so many stairs that just go down just to go back up. No, I think it could just be that this is a really old ship. Maybe they don't have the DLCs though. It's very possible. Because I haven't seen any DLCs on this. Which there's nothing wrong with. It's just nothing wrong with that. It's different because mostly the people that submit builds have some of the DLCs. And when they have them, they use them. Because why wouldn't you? I'm honestly kind of lost in here. I'm going to turn our lights back off just to get the feel of what this would be like if you didn't have a light attached to your forehead. The lighting is kind of cool, but unless you built the ship yourself, you're not going to have any clue where you are or where you're going. Like, I thought there was a door down here when the lights were off. Well, there's more stairs down here. I guess that counts. Ooh, jeez. Okay, a little reactor room. Okay, cool. A fan of factory games. Hey, what's up? What's up, Task Force? I don't know. I don't know if I've played a factory game in years. But Factorio keeps getting recommended for me by Steam. Factorio is like, you would like this game because you like space engineers and blah blah blah. Simulation games. Big ship. Very confusing interior because it's so dark. And I still don't feel like I've been here before. Oh, I remember the room. I remember the shrine to stairs. I gotta take a screenshot of this. This room is actually beautiful in the fact that it just has so many staircases. I don't know what I would do differently about this room. Honestly, I probably just wouldn't have it go down to that level. Because is there a single exit at that level? As far as I can tell, no, there isn't. So there's really no reason to ever walk down. So you could remove literally all of these staircases, but these ones. And then you could just make these ones longer and not have them be weirdly reversed. So this room, yeah. Shrine to stairs. I approve. It's like the old Minecraft villager farms where it was just doors. You'd have like a building with nothing but doors. So it was a shrine to doors. But this is stairs. Victoria is one of those big ones. Satisfactory? Oh yeah, so Factorio, Satisfactory. I get those two confused because I haven't played either of them. But yeah, I've had that one recommended to me as well. I assume it's kind of just like, I don't know if I've never really played a factory game, but I assume it's just like balancing inputs, outputs, and like leveling up so you can produce more. Like, what is the gameplay loop? Like Space Engineers is like build a ship, Clang kills it, you build a new one. That's the loop for me. You make up your own objective and you try to complete it. And then you just do that again. Bouncing inputs and outputs, part of the reason why it has that. Okay. Math disguised as a game. Isn't that what Kerbal Space Program is? Physics disguised as a game. Which I'm all for, by the way. Alright, Kumo posted another one. I'm going to read the descriptions real quick. This one was inspired by one I saw on the workshop, so that's the one we just looked at. And now we're going to look at the Stingray Battlecruiser. Not that good of a builder, haven't played in a while, but found this channel, thought I'd share. So yeah, these were probably just old ships, very old ships. From times before DLC. Gotta love it. There we go. This looks like another really big ship. And honestly, these are from a while ago. The standards for ship design has gone up so much in the past, I want to say like 3 years in Space Engineers. If I posted this ship 5 years ago, I know there were people building absolutely beautiful and well-made ships back then, but if you posted this ship 5 years ago, it could very reasonably be on like the front of the Steam workshop page. Nowadays, if you posted something like this, like, are your screenshots really good? Did you use a special, you know, like background? How's your lighting? Are you playing on a PC that costs $3,000? Like, I feel like there's a lot more that goes into like what people have done, and like the presentation of their builds has gone way up. Like the standards for that on the workshop. People still have amazing builds that they just completely go under the radar now because they don't go and do like the extra publishing steps that some people do. Yeah, subgrid detailing all over the place. Like, you can still get ships at the front of the workshop that don't have all that, but it's not like 5 years ago. Like 5 years ago, you just built like a cool ship and literally have one screenshot of it and nothing else like this. Like if this was just the screenshot of this ship 5 years ago, it'd probably be on the front of the workshop. Now it's like, that ain't gonna happen, man. Not that anyone, like, I don't know. Some people care. And if you care if your stuff gets on the front of the workshop, that's perfectly fine. But you gotta be building for yourself in games like this. Because if you're not enjoying building for yourself, then I don't know. You're probably not going to be as happy as somebody who is. This is massive for an older ship. This is quite massive. That's quite well detailed. I mean, they probably didn't even have like the nice block shapes that we have nowadays. They're probably just missing all sorts of stuff, so this is as smooth as they could make it. Yeah, I personally, at least for the workshop, I hate doing like the publishing stuff. I have so many ships that are super cool, but I just haven't published them because I don't want to do the publishing part of it. Oh my lord, I've been looking at this upside down the whole time. Gravity just told me I'm an idiot and flipped me over. I don't know. I could have swore the other side was up, but I guess I'm wrong. We're gonna switch the sun around. I love it when that happens. I like look at somebody's ship for like 5 minutes, thinking that the top is or like thinking that the bottom is the top, and then I go to land on it, and I get flipped. And it makes so much more sense all of a sudden. You can send me whatever you want, and I will look at it. It's going to take me a while to get through this ship, though, because it is massive. Look at this tunnel, holy moly. Wait, how big actually is this? We gotta see the block count. $81,000 PCU. Substantial. For sure. Yeah, look at this. They didn't even have the old catwalks. This is the way you used to make catwalks back in the day. Ah, bringing back memories. The control room is only accessible from outside. I think that's a theme with their builds. They just didn't attach it to the interior. For how big it is, it gets moving pretty fast though. Not bad at all. It's going to take quite a while to slow down, but it's only got a few backwards thrusters and they're recessed in there kind of nicely, which is pretty cool. When you got a ship this big, you can really hide the thruster as well. I love the overall design shape of this ship. I think it's really cool, and I love the old staircases too. Someone made a ship of for one of the intro cinematics, but eventually did host a contest for a redesign. It was literally an empty ship. It sounds about right. I mean, if you're just doing a cinematic, do you have to build the interior? No. Unless you have a shot that like zooms through the ship, and then you just build like that one room where the shot like flies through. Like the video goes through that, and then yeah, the rest of it's just a shell. Makes sense. I want to get actually in the ship though. How do you get inside here? Let me in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open the hangar doors with this turret. Hey, at least they have stuff grouped. Ooh. I like the lighting in here. Again, they went for the super dark interior. They're conserving energy or something. I'm not sure how I feel about that. The really super darkness of everything. Looks cool. I wonder if they just had their video settings cranked up so that they could see better? I suppose if you're familiar with the ship though, it doesn't, like, you know where everything is. And it does look kind of cool. Like back in the day, this would have been a really cool ship to explore. It's still pretty darn cool. Like, no sense pretending it's not. Second bridge. Oh, wait. That was automatic. I opened that and walked in. Look at this. Old school. I mean, I just broke it, I think, but you know, whatever. Is it gonna let me do it, or did I push the buttons too fast? I think I broke the airlock because I was just running in and out of it a whole bunch. This is a good hallway. I like the patterning in there. Oh yeah, they actually have the airlocks kind of set up to work on their own, which is cool. Nice bridge. This is a central bridge of some sort. Yeah, it's towards the back of the ship, but vertically kind of centered. They got a lot of, well, they got the gravity there. I thought I saw another one right back here, but I got turned around. Look back into the thruster chamber back there. Can't get back there from in here, though. Look at that. Very cool. I wonder how they're doing that. I wonder if they're actually using sensors, or if they are... Yeah, I broke this one. Okay. Or if they're just doing something else. I don't know what else they would be doing, but... I wonder. Looks like we got a room below here, too. Hey, this one's not broken. Ooh. They like to use these tall stairs as well. I haven't seen people do this in a long time. This used to be pretty popular. And it works well. So, I don't know why people stopped doing this. The super steep steps. But I don't ever see it anymore. I suppose there's so many other options for stairs now that people just use the other ones because I like them more. I don't know. I have a couple builds with these types of stairs on them still. I mean, this beats a ladder. This is so much better than a ladder. But I see people using ladders where they could be using those. Yeah. Yeah, like more realistic. They're, I don't know. I like them. And I absolutely prefer them to ladders. 110%. WC. Oh, preparation. Let's check all these little rooms. Oh. The heck? Those doors go to the same place. Okay, so this one has the bathrooms. This is a slightly newer build. And the person is apparently European. WC. We don't use that in the US. I don't know why. At least not where I'm from in the US. Like, what do people call bathrooms? I know we call things without baths bathrooms in the US. Which is kind of silly, honestly. But, that's what we do. What is this? What am I looking at? It's like a giant isolated chamber in the middle of the ship. Gosh, yeah. The railing situation back in the day was sketchy. And now we have so many new blocks that it's so much better. So this is like a central control room. That's also a shrine to stairs, like usual. Oh, this is like the processing room, and this is like the central viewing for all the processing. That's kind of cool. It looks like maybe they updated this somewhat recently, because they do have... Oh no, never mind. I thought... I'm crazy. I just thought I saw some glow lights, but no, these are just tons of these things. Everywhere. Ah, and here's the window that looks towards that thruster. Powder room. I haven't heard powder room in so long. Yeah, the last time I heard anyone call something a powder room was like at a wedding or something, maybe. Haven't been many weddings in the last 5 years. All my friends are married already. All the ones that well, you know, most of them. Not gonna say anything about the ones that aren't. Lots of interior turrets in this one too. Wait, what the hell? That was upside down? I completely missed that. Are you sure it wasn't just me whipping my head around really fast? I think I missed that. Oh, what the? Gravity is special in that room. Let's just put it that way. Or maybe there's just no gravity in that room, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that's a new one. Upside down toilets? Check. Oh, reverse. Oh no. Reverse shower. No thanks, man. Here's the front bridge. This is the room I was most excited about finding. We have a couple different layers. And we can walk around, check the place out. Now you would be able to put all sorts of blocks around and make it safe. I like the visibility. I have not built a full bubble cockpit like this in a large grid in a very long time, but it's pretty cool. And now you could use the transparent LCDs out in front of you instead of the ones way back there. Though maybe they don't want them in their view, maybe they just want to maintain this beautiful view of the planets out the windows, and I kind of wish you could see down better in these control seats, but you know, if you were a real person with a real neck, you could look over your shoulder and look down instead of turning your head sideways and having your eyes still be like right above the center of your chest. That's a little bit strange, but normally when you turn your head to the side, your chin is over your shoulder, not your belly button, but you know, whatever. That's too complicated to program apparently, so we don't do that. I'm pretty sure I have missed tons of stuff in here. Like up here, I don't think I've been up here. Or did I just come from here? These, server room, no, I haven't been here before. Cool. And we got some more crew quarters. Oh hey, they actually have their own private rooms. And they have the newish beds. Also upside down. And upside down. And I think this whole room was built upside down. I don't understand. I do have gravity here. Maybe they put the gravity in after they built the rooms and they're just like, meh. We want a lot of, we want our crew to have like high brain power. So we're gonna make sure, oh, the toilet. Okay, so the rooms are upside down and the toilet's upside right. Or are the rooms upside right and the toilet upside down again? That is the question of the century. Maybe the rooms are actually supposed to be upside right and the toilet is supposed to be upside down. Yeah, hiking in a thunderstorm is not particularly ideal. I haven't done that in a long time, and I never did it on purpose, and I would never do it again. It's not pleasant. Gravity is an afterthought. Even just putting things like consistently one direction was an afterthought, and then once it was done, They're like, we can't change it now. The bathroom's already installed. Deal with it. It's just upside down. This is kind of cool. They have the graded windows out in front of actual windows. Yeah, pretty cool. I think we missed a lot of the back of this. Either that or there just isn't much interior space. It kind of looks like there just probably isn't much interior space back here. We're gonna cheat and cut through a couple layers to find out. Were we here before? It's so hard for me to tell now. We were here before because I remember jumping in this seat. Okay, so we've explored pretty much the whole interior. What do they have for production? They had that big production room. I just want to see now, like, what do they have for storage and production? Now, either I'm insane or this entire ship has no cargo containers. What? I don't think I've ever seen that design choice before. Oh, you know what? I bet they changed the names, or they're in a different language or something. Oh, shoot, you're right. Oh, okay. Yep, no, that makes a lot more sense. It's in German. The thing is, I saw this, and I can read like half of it, so my brain didn't process that was in a different language right away. Yeah, I could check inventory and just go boop like that. Alright, here we got our freight containers. The big ones. So there's a few. I guess I can just do container, because they still spell that. There we go. Freight containers. Not as many as I thought there would be. What do we got for refineries? We don't know what they call those in German in this game. That explains some stuff that I was seeing. It does not explain upside down toilets, unless that's a thing in Germany that I don't get the meme. But someone's gonna have to explain that one to me. Probably could use more for a ship this big. 6 of the big hydrogen tanks. Probably could use more. Plenty of reactors, though. I don't see. Okay, we'll look that up. Yeah, I didn't see any on the list. It doesn't look like there's any on here. No refineries, that's okay. It's not that type of ship, I guess. Two generators, quite a few of those. That's good. They have things labeled in English, but they're playing the game in German. Like, their control groups are in English, but their block names are in German. What do they call jump drives in the game in German? Does anyone know? I don't think there are any on here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I should play this game in German sometime. Probably be good for me. Then I would know things like this. I don't know, it's a pretty cool ship. Nice to see some older designs. Spring and Farn. What? Really? Sprungentrieb? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play in German sometime and find out. That was a pretty cool ship, though. What else do we have? Have people submitted more stuff, or am I still scrolling? Oh, there's new stuff. Cool. Let's check that out. Gotta remember checkbox stuff. I'm already lapsing on what I've looked at earlier today. Did I look at the small battleship from game night? I want to say no. We're going to look at that. Oh, you just did like literal translate for that one. You could post your first ship you made. I think I actually have my first ship. I have my first ship I ever blueprinted. I have a copy of that. Not the first one I ever made though, because I didn't realize you could blueprint ships for probably at least a year playing this game, funnily enough. I just always built new ships. Alright, so small battleship. Let's take a look at what it has in it. Let's look at the turrets first. 1 artillery, 4 Gatlings, and a multitude of interior turrets. Lightly armed, I would say. We do have 4 artillery cannons. Do we have rail? Yeah, we have a railgun. Pretty cool. Even through your headphones and a wall, you can hear the rain. Must be raining quite a bit. Classic rocket ship design. Yeah. I can never tell if my audio is normal, really quiet, or really loud, so... I'm upside down again. How come I'm always upside down? I swear, man. Right. Whoa, that spins real good. Alright. Battleship. Got some maneuverability, I approve. Looks like it's heavy armored too, for the most part. If I'm reading that paint properly. It does look like heavy armor. And the thruster is, thrusters are fairly well protected. Very simple design. There's nothing wrong with that. They decided to use control set 2 and not control set 1 at all. That's kind of funny. Funny to me, I don't know. Ooh, hello. A lot of guns. And we got a camera up front that's fairly well protected. Gosh, I love that. Probably one of the coolest things I added to the game, the railguns. I really love the turrets and all that they added. I would say Warfare 2, that was the one they added all these in, right? That would be one of my favorite updates to the game if they hadn't broken turret functionality on dedicated servers at the same time. Or just never fixed it, I can't remember. I think it was broken beforehand, but yeah, that kind of made me a little bit sad that I went back to playing the game right away, Warfare 2, and built cool ships, and then I was on a server and my turrets just didn't fire. I'm like, what? What am I doing wrong? Turns out I wasn't doing anything wrong. The turrets are just broken on dedicated servers, and they don't fire half the time. Still not fixed. I don't get it. I feel like I rant about this every single time I talk about the new turrets, but seriously, how do you have an update dedicated to the new turrets and then they don't work? What? Seems crazy to me. But that is super similar to my little battleship that I have in interior space and everything else. I'm gonna just paste that in. I want to compare the size. Sure, we'll paste in the Git version of the Neptune from the server. I think this is the only battleship I have on the server right now. It's very similar in size. Mine has a lot more guns. I spammed guns on mine a little bit more. Mine is also solid heavy armor. And just a tiny little interior. I didn't see a respawn point in that one. I could have been wrong. We'll check it again, but I just have this one respawn point in this. I really should have another, like, near the front of it, just in case I break it. That one turns way better than this one. But mine turns alright. I'm not going to complain. Also has that. Got 2 railguns instead of 1. Kind of redundant. And I went for these, which are useless in an actual fight, but very threatening if you are outside of a fight, because they will shred anything that is stationary. Yeah. I don't know. I decided if I was going to be trying to snipe things, I was going to be using my railguns anyway, and then I would just engage with all of the big boy turrets. Otherwise, we gotta see if there's a respawn point on this, because if there isn't, I don't know. Okay, yeah, there is right here. The interior is like identical. Obviously, it's a different shape, but it's like the same size and the same idea. I might add another layer of heavy armor onto the top, mouthwards. Onto the top of that. My cockpit is multiple layers in. And kind of encased in stuff, so maybe a little bit more secure. Hard to tell though. How does that one take a railgun shot? We're trying to make a scouting ship on the server, but it keeps coming out larger than I expected. Just make it Corvette and possibly have a shuttle. Yeah, that's a good option, honestly. Oh, it's drifting. Wait. Why is it drifting? That's not a good sign. Oh, I see why it's drifting. It has large tanks. Maybe ill-advised for a combat ship to use the large tanks, especially in a critical layer where now it looks like the front. Yeah, the front is just not getting hydrogen now. I would use small tanks. What's the PCU? 6,600 for that one. Oh yeah, the PCU for mine is much higher because I use small tanks, I have more thrusters. So really, if I was going to compare these side by side, I'd have to have like 2 of those and 1 of mine, to be more fair. The guns also. Mine has a lot more guns, and guns take up tons of PCU. So, for a relatively fair fight, I like balancing PCU. I would have 1 of my ships go up against 2 of those. But I don't know, I think my ship could handle it. If I can just hit the center with the railguns, I can partially disable the ship just taking out those hydrogen tanks. And the hydrogen tanks on mine are distributed around the whole ship, so shouldn't be catastrophic. I don't have a good scout ship on the server. Right now, I'm using this ship here. What's it called? Using the Aurora. It's not so much a scout ship. This is like my ambassador ship that I was using for my faction. I can kind of fly everywhere. It's got 4 jump drives, and it's really light, so it can get all over the place real quickly and visit people. But yeah, it's not exactly tiny, that's for sure. Like, you can make a really small one with just 1 jump drive, but this is doubling as my scout ship right now on the server. Kind of cozy inside. But yeah, it's just made for 1 person. Well, 2, I guess. I have 2 beds. This is one of my favorite ships that I've built recently, though. because I've used it so much in a survival setting. I've used this a ton on the server to fly around and visit and do different things. And it's only 7,000 PCU, which is not bad, honestly. It does not have a full-size refinery on it, though, so it's not a fully functional base, but it's Alright, next ship. What do we got? Let's look at the Anomaly class frigate, or Frig. Yeah, we'll go with that. This one looks rusty. I kind of like it. Not done with it yet. You could still post it if you wanted to, but if you want to wait, then I'll look at it when it's done. Alright, what am I spelling wrong? A-N-O-M-A. That's the problem. Taking forever to get it off the workshop here. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I like this already. Yep, I do like it so far. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of the Nora, actually, only in large grid form. It's got that perfect brick shape, but it looks pretty good. And the back is like the main thruster pack. You're using some of the new flat thrusters for atmospheric, which is very cool. And the new war-torn armor, which I think it's working for this ship. Yeah, I like all this. It's interesting because they have like these recessed guns, and they have like repair welders, but the guns themselves are sitting like next to an open exposed hydrogen tank, and also on a block that could be a T-shaped armored block, but isn't. It looks cool. I think I would tweak some things just for functionality, because like that wouldn't change the way it looked at all. You just put a thing in there. Am I drifting? Why can I not go into this space? I'm colliding with this. I think I'm colliding with that way far out from where it actually is. What the heck? The collision box for these turrets is disgusting. I never realized that until now. Haven't finished painting it? That's alright. Yeah, I mean, it does look like it's all that one type. I like this. I'm gonna have to use this in some places for little accent dings and whatnot. I mean, it does say it's a work in progress, so I won't give it too much flack, because I do like it a lot already. Let's get inside here. Oh, I gotta look at the bottom. 1 second. Oh, I love these blocks. I started using these everywhere. These angled interior wall A. I haven't used the B ones, I don't think, at all. They have like the brackets on the sides, but man, pretty cool. Oh, and these things too. Interesting. Very interesting choice of greebling on the ship, for sure. And I like the asymmetry, too. See, it's got the one jump drive there, and on the other side it's got a little bit of production, it looks like. Pretty cool. And I do like using these longer thrusters for back thrusters. I think they look pretty nice. They give it a very industrial look. Makes the back thrusters look stronger too, which is kind of cool. Even if they're not. See, don't these look good? These are the ones that I never use with the little brackets on the side. They look super good. Very cool. You have a helm next to a control station. Interesting. And as expected, it really gets up and goes fast. And I love the large thruster in the front, the asymmetry to that. It's beautiful. Thing of beauty. It's very functional, and it's slipped in there, and it doesn't really ruin the symmetry from a distance, but when you get up close, it just makes it so much more interesting to look at and use. You can actually see out the window better from the helm than from down here. Huh. Look at how dirty the windows are, though. What the heck? Clean your windows. What kind of space bugs have you been flying through? Keep my lights on in here. But we've got some plants. Ooh, here's the fish tank. Alright. We got a nice bedroom with a fish tank. Very cool. And a bathroom back here. We have room to put a door on that. Honestly, on this whole thing, I suppose it's a work in progress. We'll allow it. I would put a door right here, though. Heck, why not? We got back here. Medical room. I like the button panel thing here. I think that's the side of the button panel, right? Could be wrong. Yeah. The lounge area with the kitchen. This inside kitchen block has got to be one of my favorite new blocks. It really lets you do a lot of cool kitchen designs. Oh, hey, I haven't used these yet. What's going on? I forgot about these. I know they just came out, but I have built quite a bit since they came out, and I haven't used them yet. Ooh, I also really love this block. This block, it doesn't look great when you open it, but when it's not opened, it looks like a fridge almost if you put it on end. I mean, the door's open the wrong way for a fridge, but that's pretty cool. Lots of uses for that block, too. Nice little utility area there. And, back compartment. What's back here? Little passage. Ooh. Oh, these are downwards opening. I'm like, where do these go? They go down. Cool. I like that. Little airlock to get into the back. And this is just out of the ship. Okay, so this is how you would walk into the ship from when it's landed. Oh, and this is even like a walk-up path. That's kind of cool. I don't have anything like this. I don't think you'd be able to actually land, though, because of the hitbox of these turrets. They're going to get in your way. They shouldn't, but they are. Pretty sure these turrets are going to hit the ground before anything else does. Wish they didn't. I wish the hitboxes for them were nice, but what can you do? We'll pretend. We'll pretend it is the way it should be. Oh, this is cool, though. Well decorated interior, nice and flat. Unlike the last couple ships, which were shrines to stairs, this one is no stairs, which is pretty cool. Oh, there's a box on the side here. I just get rid of that box and put a door in. I think that's livable. Alright, pretty cool. Let's look at, I want to look at a little bit more for this. What do you have on this? Got a refinery. A couple assemblers, a standard, one refinery, 2 assemblers. That's kind of like my standard, at least, for basic starter things. Cheap mobile bases and whatnot. Holy cow, I didn't realize you had so many assault cannons. Look at this. That's actually a lot. I have no idea what you're saying. What is that? What are you talking about? Some... Yes... What? Some what? I am confused. I think you just used a word that I've never seen before. Decoys. Oh my god, it was just one letter off and I could not decipher it. My brain is obviously not working very quickly today. Decoys. Decoys? How about parachutes? Does it have parachutes? Hey, it's got parachutes. Well done. Cargo? Small cargo, one large. That's fine. I saw that at the back. That's cool. Tanks, 2 big tanks, 3 big tanks, and 2 small tanks. That's probably enough. This is all light armor, I assume. That's probably plenty. This will be one of those ships that, if your guns are off and this flies up and starts shooting at you, you're probably in a bad spot. But if your guns are on, I feel like you're going to shred this pretty quickly. It has a lot of guns, but it also is very exposed, so it's interesting. It's interesting, for sure. Hey. Hello, Bambrad1. Welcome. We're just looking at builds today, giving feedback and hanging out. What is the next thing I'm going to look at? Somebody must have submitted... Oh, yeah, we got some stuff. Oh, the mech. I want to see this mech AWOL. I know I'm skipping people's stuff, but we'll come back and we'll look at it, because I want to see this mech. I remember watching you build this. Still work in progress, but we'll see. Did you ever get the controls? Walking controls started? Yeah, I'm looking at people's builds. They're posting their builds and stuff in the Discord, my Discord, and I just am flipping through the Discord channel and looking at them. Yeah, I try and do this like once or twice, well, once a week, usually. I just go through the backlog of stuff in the Discord. You should be able to find a link to my Discord somewhere. On my channel somewhere. Or, if you have something you want me to look at, you can just post the name of it in chat, and then I can just look it up. Go planet side and no, it doesn't walk. Okay. Planet. There we are. Zoom to daylight. I'm gonna go to a lake so I can plop it in somewhere flat. There we are. There's a lake. Ooh, maybe I should spawn myself a little bit closer. Nah, this is fine. Yeah. Post it on some workshop somewhere and tell me what it's called and I'll take a look at it. For sure. Oh, push the wrong button again. Hate it when I do that. That's alright, we can spawn this thing in. What was it called? Mech build? I don't think I have any other mechs that I'm subscribed to, so... Sweet. Ooh, and it's upside right. What do you know? Boop. Small pickle? Alright, I'm gonna look that up real quick and see if I can find it, and then I'm gonna look at this mech. Yeah, I found it. Sweet. Check that one out next. Alright. This is one of the more stable looking mechs I think I've seen people design for this game. I like the shorter legs when you change those, and the wide base makes it look like it actually could walk around decently. Honestly, it's one of the best looking mechs I think I've seen for this game. Even with the pure rust armor, it's not bad at all. It's got like a little hatch up here. Cosmetic, but cool. Whoa. The big gyroscope. Probably a necessity for this type of thing. Ooh, holy cow, I was not expecting the railguns after the other one shot. I like that you have cameras on those. Oh, I pushed a button. I don't know what it's... Oh, it's opening up the front. Okay. Cool. Very cool. What am I controlling now? Oh, hello. Oh, those are shoot forwards. When I'm in the seat... Is this controlled using gyroscopes? Or is there like a code or something that's letting me turn? I'm assuming it's gyroscopes that let me turn the top bit. The arms are AI turret controlled. Is that number 2 and 3? It is gyros? Cool. That's a good idea, honestly. And yeah, the little like hop-in ramp thing is super cool. So many guns. Proper mech. The head doesn't tilt up and down, does it? It's just the like turrets and stuff on the side would turn up and down. This is one of those things that is a super cool build, and if you ever actually got it like walking around, that'd be sick. But I know it's like a massive, that's like a whole nother job. Like you gotta design the thing and then you have to like do programming to get that to actually work. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. It doesn't look like it would. And that's totally fine. It, when I control it, because it's gyroscopes, I can kind of make it do that. Fortunately. I don't know what to say about that. Walking will need to be custom programming. Yeah, I kind of figured for something like this, it would have to be. That's unfortunate, but understandable if you want a good design. Or like a proper walk with your design, you're going to have to do it yourself. Partially why I've never done it, because I've never written that kind of stuff. When I control these from the side, it doesn't give me... It's almost like stuff is locked. It doesn't give me full control over it. It looks like it should be, but it's not. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You could have somebody, if you're doing a cinematic, you could have somebody like kind of remote control it, and they could like turn the head or like the turrets and then fire like when they're supposed to. Or you could just have them all sitting in a row, like on the side of a hangar or something. Like, these are super cool looking, for sure. Neat. Someday, you know, someday, if you ever finish this, you might actually inspire me to build this type of thing. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Large good gyroscope, yeah. For stability, that's a super good way to do it, I think. Like, if you just override this gyroscope a little bit, it's going to keep you upright. Just the arms, rotors, and hinges are not locked. Yeah, that's what I was thinking they might be. Yeah, they are. Ooh, ooh. Oh. It fell asleep. The arm's sleeping now. It was just off as well. That was the problem. There we go. Sweet. So now I have control of the left arm. Can I control it? I'd have to, like, remove the camera. Not bad. Pretty good, like, independent range of motion. Considering the other arm could be doing something completely different. You could actually, it's not letting me look completely backwards, but more than straight up. These trees are doomed, I'm pretty sure. Whoa. That's pretty satisfying. That's really cool. Gosh. I wish it ran. I don't think mechs are ever gonna run in this game. They can walk slowly, but how cool would that be? All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this one. The what was it? I gotta scroll around in my chat, find the name. It is called Pickle, something. Small Pickle. There we go. Sweet. Can I spawn that in on a planet? We're gonna find out. Yeah, easy. Easily spawn this in on a planet. Yeah, perfect. Ooh. And the thrusters are on. Good. I thought it was gonna crash for a second. Oh, it's small grid. Why did I not know this was small grid when I was looking at it? I thought it was gonna be huge. Sweet. I love small grids. By the looks of it, this one's got an interior too. We're gonna pace it in a little bit higher. Alright, we got a button ramp on the back. Whoa. Why can I not fly today? There we go. Spacious interior. Not bad. Some cargo. Is this all hooked up? Is it hooked up around the outside, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it probably is. Just to see things. Ooh, it's going up. Okay, okay. Oh. Is that a separate grid? Wait a second. Am I seeing things? It is. Okay. I see a hinge down there. I'm like, what is going on in there? What does this button do? I assume it hinges down something? Oh. And you got all sorts of neat little contraptions here. Cool. And these are little cargo containers. Do you have a button for this front bit? What's that? I see that something happens here, but I don't know what. Timer block. What does a timer block do? Ooh, nothing? Oh, hey. Hello. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Cool. How, Oh, that's the connector. That's how you get that out there. That is very interesting. And this is attached through the bottom. Dang. And then this attaches through there. So, one critique I would make is you can't get, I suppose you can get bottles into that from here. Maybe that's not bad. I was going to say it's not all hooked up through large conveyor ports. It's a lot of it's hooked up through the small ones. But if you're not trying to push bottles or like steel plates or something like that through that area, then it doesn't really matter. Suppose you've got your storage here. You can't get, oh, so this rotates out and it has a connector there, but it doesn't have a connection to the rest of the ship while it's rotated out, which it could have, right? It could have that. But I suppose this would just be for refueling. If you're just using this for refueling, that's super cool. I like the idea of a flip-out tank. I don't see a connection point on this, though, that leads to your cargo containers. That is a large connector. That is something I would try to add, if you can. For refueling, yeah. That makes sense then, that's totally fine. It's actually a really cool feature, that your tanks flip out for refueling. Instead of just having a connector that pokes out the top or something, which is what most people would do, including myself. Oh, that's super cool. I like that idea. But yeah, I'd add some sort of connector so that you can get materials into these boxes and into your O2 from the outside, like tanks or something. Because right now, if you have like bottles on you, like hydrogen and oxygen bottles on you, you're gonna have to go into the ship and talk to this thing, basically, to get them refueled, either in that or in your hydrogen tanks. Stick guns on the wings. You put guns right there, and they can go from being side guns to top guns. I like that you have unique design concepts, like the flip-out tank. So I would say you do have a connector up here as well, but that connector is not attached with a large conveyor to these boxes. That's something I would try to do. Normally I don't critique people on cosmetic stuff for ships because everyone likes different stuff. But if you want advice on that, I can give you advice on that for like what I would do to like what I would change. I don't know. Basically, the difference between like the things I would change is just I would reduce the flat surfaces. If you have big flat surfaces, they look like big flat surfaces. And some people like that, but I think generally speaking, you can make things look nicer if you just reduce the flatness. And you don't even have to like add functional stuff. You can just add, these half blocks are perfect for that kind of thing, in my mind. A lot of my ships, I just add the half blocks in different various patterns and whatnot along the bottom, because a lot of times my bottoms are perfectly flat like this too. Before I start greebling it, before I just start making it look good without adding or changing the function really at all. So, you know, you can do all sorts of different stuff. You can experiment with it. And rounding corners, getting rid of 90-degree corners, just taking the The blocks, I am a big fan of 1x2 sloped blocks because they don't have the armor edges. But yeah, everyone's got their different preferences when it comes to this kind of thing. I just ruined the side here, but you know, you get the idea. Just rounding edges wherever you can and getting rid of 90-degree angles. And also, it depends on the server you play on, but just using the double slopes instead of the single slopes also will completely get rid of armor corners on like that whole area. So, smoothing. Smoothing is, I think, a big step in making ships look nicer. I'm just ruining a whole bunch of stuff, but you get the idea. Just use longer slopes and try not to, I mean, these things are, there's nothing wrong with these slopes. And again, it's perfect, completely perfect, like personal preferences. But, and it takes more time to place all the different shaped blocks. So if you just don't have the time to, or the energy to care, then it's not a big deal that you don't. But if you do want to make stuff look sleeker and smoother, you can use the longer slopes, and you can just add these half block layers to different areas and add patterns and whatnot. And it gets really far. Like a ship like this could look super awesome with just, you know, just adding stuff that doesn't really change much. I've been trying to add more shapes to my ships. This is not my greatest work, but it's one of my more interesting ones. Yeah, honestly, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with this. I would add a little bit more smoothness, but like, I'm gonna be honest, this is the same shape as like 90% of my ships. So it's just, the difference is just the after work. After I get everything functioning the way I want it to, I sit around and I add extra layers and I smooth corners where I can, and I do stuff like that. I can show you on a good example of a ship that is similar. That I've really, it looks okay because I just added a bunch of stuff. This ship, prior to greebling, I guess people would call it, looked kind of similar to that ship, I'm not gonna lie. And all I did is just work with the full height armor and the half height armor in ways that gave it a pattern and a texture. But honestly, this top layer armor is just one thick, and it's basically just a flat plate across the top. Like, it would accomplish the same thing if it was like that. I just, you know, you take the time to add depth and texture, and that's really all it takes to go from, you know, like, it's not much different, really. It's very similar. Yours has more interior, obviously, than this ship, but yeah, like, and a lot of that is just time and practice. Like, a lot of my ships look very similar, and a lot of everyone's ships look very similar. If you've built a lot of ships, you're going to end up with a theme. You find what works for you, what kind of design ideas you can go with that end up looking nice, and then you just always use them, because there's no reason not to. And then you end up with like a fleet that has a look too. So yeah, it's worth doing for sure. Yeah, I think you're doing pretty good. How's it handle? Not bad. Plenty of gyros. I don't have controls for this back flap in the front room. I guess that's okay. Do you have parachutes? That's something I always ask everyone. No, parachutes. Sad face. I would add parachutes. Again, a personal preference. I'm bad at flying. And if you run out of fuel and you're mid-flight, or the game bugs out on you and turns your ship off mid-flight, it's always nice to be able to just pop your parachutes really fast and save your ship from plummeting to certain doom. Speaking of which, Should we take this on a crash test? I feel like we should. How does it feel to crash face first on the ground? If you don't crash into a large grid, the damage is usually fairly minimal. Like, really? That's not that much damage. You could fix that in a minute or less. Especially if you had a repair projector. Where are you? Cool. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna move on to the next ship here. I like all the little... You're getting into the subgrid stuff. You're gonna be a subgrid builder. And I am not. I'm a fellow brick builder, but man, subgrids kill me. They're super cool, but I just can't do it. I also like how we just went through that entire build and I had it labeled wrong. Oh well. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you do feel like it, and you want to get stuff looked at in the future, you are welcome to join the Discord. And I have a channel in my Discord where people can just drop builds whenever they want, and then when I'm doing these sessions, I look through the Discord and I look through stuff. And then I upload the video onto my community YouTube channel, and you can go through and you can get my feedback anytime you want, whenever it's convenient to you. So yeah, I was just letting you know. Gotta repeat that every now and then. It's also basically supposed to be the end of my stream time here, so that's not a bad thing to end with. I might look at one more ship though. One more ship before we go. Shoot. I kind of want to do more than one ship. We'll just do one more. I'm going to look at this person's first ship. Task Force. I'm going to look at your first ship. I'm curious. A throwback. How long ago, like when did you start playing the game Task Force? Just after Warfare 2. How long ago was that? I have no idea. That doesn't seem like that long ago to me, but I've been playing the game since like alpha or beta or whatever, so. That was a couple of years. It's a couple of years of play. Honestly, you're making really cool ships for only having been playing for a couple of years. This game is something you get into slowly usually. I think that's going to be the best way to search this one. The smiley face. Hey, there we go. Oh no, I pushed the button again. There we go. It's gonna fly. Ooh, the next ship. Let's go. God, it's not. Which way is it? Oh my rock. What am I looking at? What did you make this monstrosity? If this is the first ship you built, my next question is, what server were you playing on? Or what mods were you using that necessitated that many guns? Wow. This is beautiful. It's a thruster brick with just a gun brick in front of it. A true thing of beauty. I don't know which way's upside or right. I'm not gonna lie. I probably could have looked at this door and figured it out. Of course I picked wrong. I'm gonna blame the antenna. It's the antenna's fault that I thought the other side was the top. What is happening? Alright, we got the cool stairs at least. Okay. Old school bed? What is happening here? Old school bed. Maybe. Okay. Just a symmetric airlock thing. Nothing wrong with that. Got some cryo in here. I approve. It is not exactly symmetric. Close though. This is like a maze. Yeah, I'm still finding new areas. Man, you love these blocks. I actually love these blocks too, but I don't know if I use them this much. Holy cow. This whole room is made out of those blocks. They're one of my favorite passageway blocks though. They're so useful. Just the fact that they have this flat surface and they're an L shape. It's amazing. Is this all heavy armor? It must be. Otherwise, I feel like I should be going faster. But maybe it's just so heavy because it has so many thrusters. Oh, it can barely fly too. I'm actually trying to go up now and it's not going up. Does it have a full inventory? Did you just paste it with the full, like, blueprint it with the full inventory? No, it's empty. Okay. Well, at least it can fly on Earth. And if you want to take off from Earth, you can do it this way. Can you point all your guns at something, though? That's the question. As long as it's not too far down. Holy cow. Alright, I gotta look back through chat. Did you say what? Were you playing on, Yeah, you didn't say. Were you playing, at the time you made this, were you playing in a single player situation where you had, like, Reavers? Or were you playing on, like, a PvP server? Because you have so many guns on this. That's the only two explanations I can think of. No mods and server, you're just like single player, I need a lot of guns. It's the only thing to do. Guns are cool, but I think you had a problem. A nest of every type of gun, in case you need them. Are any of these guns piped in? I'm in creative, so I can just fire whether they're piped in or not. Get out of here. Alright. Yes, yes. Okay. You pass. They're at least attached directly to large hydrogen tanks, but they're attached to something. Welcome back. The Jacqueline, but on steroids. It's, just this alone is hilarious. I imagine taking this and, like, fighting an Argentavis. The Argentavis would get deleted. You'd have nothing to salvage. You'd use more material in, like, your first volley of shots than you'd get out of the salvage. It's really funny. First builds are always silly like this, though. I also, like, really love the dangly here. Your antenna's just, like, pointing straight down. You have no landing gears. That's pretty funny. Not bad. My first ship I built was obviously a small grid. The first one I have a blueprint of. And it was completely ion. It was like ion and battery, I think. I don't know. Pretty cool. The landing gears? Wait. I missed that? Oh, it does have landing gear. Okay. Yeah, you got magnetic plates. On pistons. Okay. So it's vertical when landing. Understandable. that is how you had to take it off from the planet, basically, so makes sense. Alright, that is going to be the last thing I look at for this stream now. I do have to go. Thank you everyone for tuning in and sharing your builds. It's a lot of fun to look at them, and hopefully we'll see you next time. I should be streaming this Friday again, and I think I'll be playing Survival on the server, so if you're around on the server, feel free to come say hi. If you're not, say hi anyway, and we'll see you then.